Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Preparing for TOEFL. Today we will elaborate on one of the speaking questions of the test, the question number 5. But before going through the strategies, let's take a look at the question structure and what it asks for the student. Question number 5 is a kind of relaxer from questions 3 and 4. That is because those are considered the hardest ones of the test, mainly due to the fact that they do not have a really strict structure to be followed. But don't worry about that. We're working on one right now to make them become easier. Anyways, back to number 5. It consists of a listening and academic environment followed by a question about it. You will have 20 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak in this one. The listening usually is a conversation between a student and a professor or between two students, in which one of them is having a problem and the other one proposes solutions for that problem. Your task then is to report the problem and choose a solution between both offered, stating the reasons for the one you chose. Okay, now that we know a little bit more about this question, let's figure out how to organize our scratch paper. Since all conversations, regardless of the people involved, will be between a man and a woman, you should always divide the paper in two and write in one side the letter M of man and in the other side the letter W of woman. You will write about the problem over the part of the person who is having it and write about the solutions in the other half. Another useful division to make is, as soon as you understand who is having the problem, draw a line in the person's box so that you can write your solution chosen and your opinion about it. We're now done with the paper structure, so let's move to the speaking structure. One of the main reasons for this task to be easy is the fact that it's about 50% structured, what means that only 50% will be composed of words brought by the specific topic. Let's first hear an example to use as a guide for our explanation. Hi Jane, how are you doing?
I'm fine, but a little bit worried though.
Why? What's the matter?
Well, I've been having some trouble with my roommate. I think that she's stealing my personal belongings. For example, it is the third time that I do not find my snacks in my drawer.
Oh, that's horrible. So, why don't you contact your resident advisor and tell her about this problem? I'm sure she will be able to help you with some tips about object security or even schedule a meeting with your roomie to discuss the problem.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm a little frightened about this option. It could lead me to lose my friendship with her, which is something that I really don't want.
Well, so you could go to the student's office and ask to change dorms. You could then tell your roommate that you're having some kind of allergic reaction with something from the apartment and need to move. A white lie is never a problem, and it can even help you maintain your friendship.
I don't know. I really hate lying, but this will be a great help. Anyways, I'll think about it. Thank you so much for your help.
To begin, you should restate what the conversation is about. You could do that by saying, the man and the woman are discussing the problem that the woman has been having with her roommate, who she believes to be stealing some personal belongings from her. If you look at this part, you will see that the highlighted words, what is over half of the sentence, could be used in any other example. After that, you should paraphrase the solutions offered, and this is a good way to do so. Two solutions are proposed for her, one of which is contacting her RA for some support, and the other is going to the student center to ask for a room change. Again, a big part of the sentence could be used in any other examples. A good advice to mention is that of the 60 seconds that you have to speak, you should be spending just about 20 seconds in these two first tasks. Finally, you will have to state your preference between the solutions given. You could start by saying, I strongly believe that the woman should opt for changing apartments, and the main reason for that is the convenience of avoiding an argument with her roommate. As she mentioned, a meeting to discuss the problem could be unpleasant for both of them, and I believe that she should escape from that in order to maintain the relation with her friend healthy. Furthermore, by doing this, she would be preventing any further complications, since she would be able to separate friendship from apartment sharing and having a more harmonic life. Notice that I gave two reasons for my choice that were bound with connectors. Notice as well that the beginning of the sentence and the connectors could also be conserved in other examples. Despite being a good answer, it still did not fill the whole time, so in case you have some time left, you can give a conclusion addressing the other solutions proposed, something like this. In conclusion, despite the fact that contacting the array could be a reasonably good plan and bring some positive effects for the issue, the second solution would be way more beneficial for the woman. There is also a different approach for this part of giving your opinion, which is backing it up with some examples. It would work like this. I strongly believe that the woman should opt for changing apartments, and the main reason for that is the fact that she would prevent any further complications with someone that she considers not only a roommate, but a friend. For instance, if after solving this problem another one emerged, such as an issue with cleaning habits, it would be another unpleasant situation to be solved, what could weaken the girl's friendship. Furthermore, a new apartment could eliminate the drawbacks of living with a friend, like constant chatting, something that can be even a problem if not well balanced with studies and work. This setting tends to be a little bit bigger, so usually no conclusion will be needed to complement the answer. Well guys, that's it for today. I really hope you liked the content, and if you did, don't forget to leave your like and share the video with your friends, okay? Great studies for all, and see ya!